is x1 comma y1.
Okay.
So that's y minus 7 equals negative 4x minus 2 for the first one. And there's nothing more to do on that one. That is completely done. You don't have to distribute. You don't have to add anything to two sides. It's completely done.
Okay.
That's it.
Nice.
So I think you'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. The hardest thing I think for students that are seeing this for the first time is recognizing that the form has both an x and a y in it, and you're putting in for x1 and y1 and making sure you actually put in for x1 and y1.
Yeah.
Correct. Now number 3 has a small little wrinkle. You do simplify signs,
Okay.
double negatives.
So it would be +5.
Yes, it'd be y plus 5 equals 6 times x minus 4, like that. That's the only situation to simplify. So why don't you try 4, 5, and 6?
Okay.
And let me know if you have any questions on those.
All right. And I got y plus 2 equals 3, parentheses, x plus 6 for the first one.
Good.
For the second one, I got y plus 6 equals 1/2, parentheses, x minus 7.
Good.
For the last one, I got y minus 2 equals -3/4, parentheses, x plus 5. Or plus 8, sorry, that's an
Good.
8.
Good. All right. For the next couple here, I'm gonna show you the shortcut here. You have to know, you have to be able to extract the slope and the point. The slope's the easy one. And then you want to convert that to a fraction because it's going to be rise over run. The point is sometimes harder for students to see. It's opposite in sign. It's opposite in sign of what you see in those two positions. So the point here is -2 comma -4. Is it
Okay.
clear how I got that?
Yeah.
Now you actually start with the point when you graph it. You go to -2, -4. You start there, and then you have to use the slope. As a reminder, when the slope is negative, it's down,
Yep.
down 3 and right 1, and so on, like that.
Okay.
So the thing I think that is really the challenge here is to make sure you get the right point. So what I'd like you to do is just quickly tell me the point for each of the next 3. That'll make graphing them pretty easy,
Okay.
or the slope and the point, I guess.
Okay, so the slope is -2/1, and the point is 2, -3.
Good,
The slope is 3/1, and the point is -6/1.
good,
And then the slope for this for 10 is -5/2. And the point is 3, -4.
All right, good job. So go ahead and do a quick sketch for those. I'll do the same here. You do start at that point.
I think I have my sketches.
The last one's maybe the most difficult because you can't do it. You have to go the other direction. And sometimes it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so you get a point there. Something like that.
Uh, yeah, that's pretty much what I got.
All right, so for the next questions here, it's just to write the equation in point slope form, use the right hand point. So what that means for you is that you're going to have to identify the right point, which is, I'll call it B. And then the other point, call it A, and then you have to find the slope. And it has to be from A to B. You have to go from left to right.
Okay. So the slope is -1/4. And the point is 4, 3.
So now you got to write the equation. And that's just like the early ones we were doing. You do simplify signs if you have any signs to simplify.
Okay.
So why don't you work out the equations for the next two, and I'll check them for you if needed.
Okay. Okay, so for the second one, I got the equation of y -1 equals 3, parentheses, x -3.
Good.
And for the last one, I got y +1 equals 1/2, parentheses, x -1.
Okay, you're doing great. The last grouping of questions here. There's parentheses missing in the last one. Okay, so you have to do the same thing, point slope form. They want you to use the first point for your x1 and your y1. It says that in the instructions there. You have to find the slope using the slope formula.
Okay,
So that's y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So you want to make sure you get the slope correct for each of these. And then you've got the point. So why don't you calculate the slope of each, and then we'll can write the equation then.
okay. Okay, almost done. Um, Number 16 is kind of throwing me off. I don't know if it's a typo.
It's 7 comma -2 is what I would go with.
So it's a typo? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the slope for 14, I got -6. The slope for 15, I got -1/3. And the slope for 16, I got 2.
You got 4 over -12. That looks good. It's good. This is 6 over 4. Don't agree with your last one.
Oh, wait. So then it'd be 3/2.
Ah, looks better. All right. And then you got to use the first point. They do that because for grading purposes, it's hard if they have to look for 2 different answers.
Yeah.
That shouldn't really be your concern, but that is what one reason they might specify.
Okay, so for number 14, I got y minus 7 is equal to -6 parentheses x minus 4.
Right?
For number 15, I got y plus 2 is equal to -1/3 parentheses x minus 9. And for number 16, I got y plus 8 is equal to 3/2 x minus 3.
All right, very good. Very good. So the next page has a lot of repetition of what we've just done. Um, so let's, I guess, I mean, we have plenty of time here. Do you want to move to new stuff first and then come back to what we just did?
Sure. I mean,
Okay, so let's,
this was all I had for today.
yeah, so let's work on, we'll start with 9. I mean, what I mean is we're gonna get it all done, but I don't want to, 9 isn't really all that different. So, um, it says write a linear function f with the given values. So if you've not seen this notation before, which you have, it could throw you off. But what you'll see is that sometimes it's written this way: f of x equals y. Well, what that means is that the number in parentheses is the x, the other number is the y. So this is really the ordered pair 3, -3. The second one is the ordered pair 2, -2.
Okay.
Right, I'm sorry, +2. Sorry, just brain got stopped caught up in that. So now, in terms of the linear function, just right, and if you look at the answers, that's how I'm sort of making this decision, is it's mx plus b. So you have to write something in mx plus b form. So first, determine the slope of this one.
Okay, so 2, that's -5. So then f of x is equal to -5x, then the y-intercept. So just plug in a point,
Okay,
so 2, 2.
exactly.
So 2 equals -10 plus b, so b is 12.
So then you put it back in, it's -5x plus 12, and you'll see that that's letter P. I don't know if you care to do that part at the bottom, but that's what it is. So it's really no different than 5 through 8 on the page. It's really no different than the last grouping there. You make the functional notation into points, you find the slope. This time we're using slope-intercept form. So number 10, rinse and repeat here. The two ordered pairs are 3, 9, -4, 2. Your slope is 2 minus 9 over -4 minus 3. -7 over -7, which is 1. And if you're comfortable, you can just write f of x equals mx plus b. Just be sure you understand that f of x is really the y value on that.
Yeah,
So go ahead and
-4.
solve that for b.
The B is 6,
Yeah, so it ends up being 1x plus 6
which would be R.
is r, yeah. All right, so why don't you try number 11 on your own, please?
Okay. Okay, so for 11, I got f of x equals 1/2 x minus 1.
Should be -1/2. -5 minus 4 is -9.
Yeah, I left a
And that
sign.
that will throw off everything else. Doesn't look like they have any wrong letters in there, which
Okay, so number 12. 6 minus 6 is 0. So the slope is 0. Zero. And then for number 12, I got f of x equals 6.
just 6
Uh, that doesn't seem right.
is correct. It is
It's
correct. Yeah.
correct.
Yep. And that's because that's the output. The output is always 6. So,
Okay.
all right. So, we'll come back to 13. Why don't you work on 1 through 4? They're going to go pretty quick to see if, you don't find the answer, but you probably will pretty quickly.
Okay, so for number one, I got y minus 6 equals 4, parentheses x minus 5. For number two, I got y minus 0 equals negative 1/8, parentheses x plus 7.
So small little wrinkle on this one is you would just write the y. You would write y equals negative 1/8 x plus 7. So you, in addition to simplifying signs, you also you also omit the 0.
Okay,
Actually, the answer is you, but they didn't do that. So typically you don't put it in, but I guess they do in this one. All right, go ahead.
so for three, I got y plus 2 equals negative 1, parentheses x plus 1.
Okay, it's good.
And
How about you?
then for number four, I got y minus 11 equals 4/9, parentheses x plus 3.
Good. And hopefully you're finding all these letters to the right there.
Yeah.
All right. So 5 through 8, we'll come back to those. Let's go do 13, and then we'll come back to 5 through 8. You deserve a little break, I guess. It's not any different than what we've been doing. It's just a story problem. So these are ordered pairs. Like one of them is 3 comma 100. One of them is 5 comma 140. One of them is 7 comma 180. So you have to first find the slope like we were doing, and then the value from one of the ordered pairs. Now you can read the problem. This is a fitness center. Maybe you already go to a fitness center. You know all about this. They always have some sort of a fee plus the monthly fee. Can't do anything about it if you want to join.
Yeah.
So go ahead and calculate the slope for us, please, and then get the function as well.
So the slope is 20.
Slope is 20. Agreed. So that's if you recall, f of x equals mx plus b. So you got the 20. And you can use any ordered pair you want to find the b value.
Okay. And then equation would be f of x is 20x, but then plus b, so plug it back in. F of x, or not f of x,
Maybe 100.
yeah, just 100 equals 60 plus b, so then b is 40. Should be
Yeah,
f of x equals 20x plus 40,
great.
which is h.
Excellent. And you'll see things like, oh, join for only $20 a month, but there's a $40 initiation,
Yeah.
which, if you're there long enough, it doesn't matter. All right. 5, 6, 7, and 8 are slope-intercept form. That's mx plus b form. So you have to first find the slope, and then just like we did, you have to find the b value.
Okay. So 15 halves, or 7, I got y, 15 over 2x, negative 15 over 2x, plus 9. Let me get a
So
calculator.
tell me your slope for 5 whenever you get it, so I can check.
Okay, so then slope for 5 is negative 3x.
The
And
-3,
then
good, yep.
plus, so plug in, I'm gonna do 9 and 4. So 4 equals 27 plus b. So it'd be minus 23. Y equals 3x minus 23.
Like this?
Yeah,
Okay, now if I check the other point, it does not work.
no, it'd be normal 3x, not
Yeah,
negative.
okay, yeah, I heard -3. Maybe I misheard or I miswrote. Okay, now it does work. All right,
Yeah.
good. Go ahead and do the next one, please.
Okay, so then that one is y equals just the y-intercept, so 0. So it'd be negative 15. Okay, just y equals negative 15 for 7.
Oh, you did 7. Sorry, I had 6 up.
For 6, I got y equals the slope is 3/4 y-intercept. Y-intercept is 4. So then it'd be y equals 3/4 x plus 4.
Okay, that does work. Good. And then I agree with number 7. Whenever you're ready, you can move on to 8.
Mm. And so then plug this in. So then number 8, I got y equals negative 15 halves x plus 46.
Okay. So the challenge here is to check this to see if it's correct, um, because the numbers are. Now I agree that it's -15 halves. I'm not sure you got this number right. Um,
I'll plug in 4 for x and 16 for y.
yeah, so
It'd
it'd
be
be
negative 60 over
yeah
2, so negative 30 plus 46 is 16.
yeah. So the check here is -15/2 times 6/1 plus 46. Does that equal 1? And it does. And then, checking the other point, does that equal, I'm sorry, does that, got them in the wrong spot. Does the 4 here, and it does. It just didn't fit my eye, but that's okay. Good job on that. All right, what's the thing? What did the wall say to the bookcase?
Help yourself.
Help yourself. Okay. All right, plenty of bad jokes out there on the internet and including this worksheet. Is there anything else you want us to work on tonight?
That's really all I had. Really
What
all
else is
I'm
going, what
working
else is going,
on.
what else is going on in class?
Um, we're working on point slope form, standard form, all that, and slope intercept form.
All right. Do you want to stop here for tonight or do you want to keep going for a little bit longer?
We could do a little bit of work on standard form.
All right. So I'm going to put something in standard form and I'm going to ask you to convert to y equals mx plus b form.
Okay. So the 6 is the y-intercept.
Nope, 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 nope. You got to solve for y. I'm basically asking you to solve for y.
Oh,
And I can go through an example if you would like, but I was hoping you might be able to do that without assistance. But
yeah. Y equals 2/3 x minus 2.
okay, that is correct. Good. So um, that's good. Any questions on how to do that? That's about the most complicated one I
I
can
just
think
have to
of.
remember that I'm solving for y.
Yeah. Now, occasionally you'll get a problem like this, y minus 1 equals negative 2x plus 3. This is in point
Yeah,
slope
we
form.
did some of these in class.
Let's convert it to standard form. All right, so standard form means the x's and the y's are on one side and the c constants on the other. So you have to distribute this negative 2 to both, and then you have to move stuff to the left or right, depending on where you want to get things. Do you want to give that a try?
Yeah. So it would be negative 2x, but it can't be this. It'd be negative 2x plus y equals negative 5, but really it's 2x minus y equals 5. Because the first term has to be positive.
Yeah, so it sounds like you moved the y to the right, like you added 6 to both sides and then subtracted the y. Is that what I kind of
I
heard?
distributed and then I moved the x over to the other side first.
Okay. Yeah, so it should be 2x plus y equals negative 5 is your final answer.
Oh,
So the way I would do it, let me back up here, is I would add 2x to both sides. So it's 2x plus y minus 1 equals minus 6. And then I would add 1 to both sides. 2x plus 1y equals minus 5,
okay.
like that. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's try another one here. Y minus 3 equals 3 times x minus 2. Go ahead and put this in standard form, please.
Okay. Standard form. I got 3x minus y equals 3.
like that.
Yeah,
All right. So it's only wondering about the signs, 3x minus y. And then, yes, that's good. All right, excellent. Would this be considered in standard form?
no, because that first term has to be an integer, a positive integer.
And this one also. This one also. So what would you multiply by to get this into standard form?
2.
So if we do two, you
Oh
get
no, it'd have to
x
be
minus
yeah,
2/3 y equals 2. So you have to multiply again.
it'd have to be by 6.
Yeah. And then that gives you 3x minus 2y equals 6. Good. All right. Well, I'm sort of out of energy. But if you really want to go another 8 minutes, we can. Um,
I don't have anything else.
okay. You got through everything, did a little bit on standard form, so let's go ahead and stop there.